Greetings, traveler. Today, I want to share a story, not just mine, but one that echoes through the ages. A story about fear, courage, and the understanding of what truly matters in life. And at the heart of it all is a simple truth. Andrew Tate fears nothing. But what does that really mean? And how can we, in our own way, find a fearless heart? You see, fear is a natural part of being human. It whispers doubts and shadows our confidence. But true courage is in the absence of fear. It's the willingness to face it directly. Andrew Tate's fearlessness, perhaps, stems from his clarity of purpose. When your priorities are aligned with your inner values, fear loses its grip. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast river, unsure if you can cross. But if your goal is clear, reach the other side, your fear becomes the current you learn to navigate. In my journey, I've learned that fear often stems from attachment. Attachment to comfort, to approval, to the illusion of security. When we cling to these, fear flourishes. But when you practice mindfulness, when you observe your thoughts without judgment, you start to see that fear is just another passing cloud in the sky of your mind. It's not a wall, it's a shadow. Let me tell you a story. Once a young monk asked his master, "How do I become fearless?" The master smiled and said, "Imagine you are holding a hot coal in your hand. The moment you realize it's burning, you let it go. Fear is like that coal. The more you cling to your attachments, your ego, your expectations, the hotter the coal feels. But when you accept what is, when you understand that suffering is part of life, the coal cools and fear diminishes." This is not to say that fear will disappear overnight. It's a practice, a daily intention. Reflect on what truly matters. Is it wealth, power, recognition? Or is it peace of mind, compassion, and authenticity? When your priorities are rooted in the latter, the fears of failure, loss, or judgment become less overwhelming because your foundation is unshakable. Andrew Tate's fearlessness might also be rooted in his mastery over himself, his discipline, his mental resilience. But I believe that real strength comes from inside, from knowing yourself deeply. Self-awareness is the seed from which courage grows. When you understand your fears, you can confront them with compassion instead of avoidance. Remember, life is fleeting. The monk's journey has taught me that time is our most precious resource. Every moment wasted in worry or regret is a moment we can never reclaim. So I urge you, reflect daily. Ask yourself, what are my true priorities? What fears am I holding on to that prevent me from living fully? And how can I begin to let go? The path to fearlessness is not about denying pain or danger, but about embracing life with open eyes and an open heart. It's about cultivating mindfulness, aligning your actions with your deepest values, and remembering that in the end, the only thing we truly control is how we respond to life's uncertainties. In closing, I invite you to meditate on this. When you let go of what you cannot control and focus on what truly matters, your peace, your purpose, you become like the mountain unshaken by storms. Fear may come knocking, but it finds no foothold. May your journey be filled with clarity, courage, and compassion. And remember, fear is not the enemy. It's an invitation to look within and discover the fearless heart that lies beneath.